has a game based on cute collectible toys. Now, is it a My Little Pony first-person shooter? It's like,
No, it's like a whack-a-mole cheat.
Oh.
No, it's not.
No, a girl can dream, but
Yeah, she can dream, but she should dream bigger than that. I've always hoped for a Smurf dating sim myself, but then I thought about you only have Smurfette out there, so the Smurfing options
right.
pretty limited. Let's get back to the point.
Yes,
fast.
yes.
We have a game about muscles.
Yeah, and muscles is an acronym for millions of unusual small creatures lurking everywhere. That's what it is, which is how I describe our interns.
And it's a very effective way of doing that, muscles. Here's our review of Ultimate Muscle.
This is my Ultimate Muscle. This is the game Ultimate Muscle. My muscle, Ultimate Muscle.
Let's get this show on the road.
The game Ultimate Muscle is a wrestling game. Yeah, I know, most wrestling games look like this. Slow, clunky, fleshy. Ultimate Muscle, on the other hand, looks like this. Fast, colorful, and funny.
You execute that extreme technique!
But it has even more going for it.
It's Dik Dik.
The game is based on the old school figurines and the new school cartoon, where a bunch of really freaky looking wrestlers throw down with wild maneuvers. Single player offers you to play through the stories of these characters, such as Kevin Mask, and Terry the Grand Canyon, and the Xplay favorite, Dik Dik Van Dyck. Dik Dik Van Dyck. One more time, Dik Dik Van Dyck. God, I love him.
It must be the Dik Dik in me.
So once you get into the action, what you'll notice is that it's fast and furious. You have punches, throws against the ropes, throws against the mat. It all looks so nice and painful. The game changes up convention a little. Instead of pinning your opponent, you just beat him until his health bar is no more. Another nifty trick is a leveling system. It's not a role-playing game, but as you bring forth the spanking, you increase your levels, which makes new moves available, culminating in these finishing moves. What's great is that it's quick to pick up and see bodies fly all over the screen. On the downside, it doesn't have the complexity of similar games that really rewards you for the true mastery of the game mechanics. But it's not that much of a drawback because the game has so much character, you'll just enjoy the silliness. This is especially evident in the Battle Royale when 4 players go to town on one another. It's like when you go to town with 3 other guys.
It's Dik Dik.
The closest thing to Ultimate Muscle is Def Jam Vendetta. Curiously, it's made by the same guys. This is fun, fast, arcade-style action that's a welcome breath of quirkiness in these dog days of rehashes. Not deep, but fun. My muscle gets a 5.
Ultimate Muscle.
I came here to receive more guidance from you.
Ultimate Muscle gets a 4 out of 5.
That muscle has its own zip code.
I know. Dik Dik. I can't get tired of saying that. Dik Dik.
Never?
Dik Dik. Dik Dik.
Right.
Ultimate Muscle, it has a couple of odd features.
Yeah, and I think we'd like to share it with the nice people at home.
Okay, now get this, Dik Dik. When you load the game, you always see like one wrestle pop up. He'll tell a tale or something, or sometimes he'll sing you a song.
A horrible song.
Now in this clip, Kid Muscle does a musical number. We call this the cow song. It's very, very catchy.
With my rice, I like to have some cow, cow, cow. It tastes so very good, I don't know how. It's my favorite form of chow, chow, chow. Wow. Eat now.
Wow.
It's really something.
That is just weird.
Weird, and it's probably going to catch on.
It is a little catchy. I'm going to be humming it later, and I do like beef as much as the next person.
You do.
It never occurred to me to sing a song about it.
Cow. Cow! See, I'm doing that.
Okay, let's turn the topic to something more wholesome, please. Sweaty alien men jumping on each other's faces.
Oh, that's wholesome. It's time for another Ultimate Muscle Wrestling game. This is the game that spawned one of the most loved catchphrases.
Don't say it. It's played out.
This time around, the game is not cel shaded, and the music is much, much worse. here's our preview of Galactic Wrestling featuring Ultimate Muscle.
If you like goofy retro ballads about intergalactic superhero wrestling sung in enthusiastic Japanese, then sit back in your chair and pump up the volume. Man, oh man, this is a classic. I'm tempted just to run this whole intro movie for the preview, but I guess you might want to see some actual gameplay. Galactic Wrestling has a very similar feel to the previous Ultimate Muscle, off the ropes, into the air, and onto the mat. The action is quick and brutal. On the ground, follow-ups and various submission holds are now a part of the action, and you can take a shortcut to victory if you can keep them pinned for a count of 3. Mashing buttons won't necessarily translate into mashing opponents. With escapes and counters for nearly every situation, this game is all about timing and off-the-freaking-wall wrestling. The huge cast of intergalactic superheroes and villains to choose from include this guy, Lego Man, the ninja with the Wolverine claws, and Black Hole Man. A wrestler with a cosmic void where his face should be that leads to only one place: pain. And then, of course, the man with the best name ever, Dik Dik Van Dik. That feeling of spiritual well-being you get while heaping punishment on your foes can be condensed in up to 3 flaming balls that power your wrestler's signature moves. If you can get your meaty hands on them for a finisher, opponents will be subjected to an elaborately choreographed attack. Each character is only one super dramatic ultimate power attack. But with the insane amount of characters included and the inclusion of level 3 tag team techniques, there's still a lot to see. Good thing I'm fluent in Japanese. Unfortunately, lack of story mode hit us with the power of an inverted Kinnikuman buster. Overall, the game is looking pretty muscular, with rock-solid action and a bulging and extremely colorful cast. But without a story mode, it looks like you may need a few muscle-loving friends to keep the game going for a while, and unlock the huge number of hidden characters. We'll let you know if anything changes, guys, so stay tuned to Xplay for future Kinnikuman action. Go fight! Oh, finally a word I can understand. Dik Dik.
Okay, now I think Ultimate Muscle is the only game series based on pink toys from the 80s. Well, of course, that and Barbie Horse Adventure, if you count naked Barbies and Kens, which I would rather not.
1, 2, 3, 4 naked Barbies.
Now, of course, if you want a fighting game that moves so fast it makes you feel like you have ADD, why not play our next title?
Here's a review of Galactic Wrestling featuring Ultimate Muscle.
Tick tock, tick tock. Saddle up, fight fans. It's time for Xplay to slip its collective raisins and raisinets into a tight pair of unitards.
Listen, I got more moves than any of you pile-driving witches put together.
Galactic Wrestling has shed its previously cel-shaded look in favor of more realistic gift or gore. The I could have only dreamed this after ingesting a large exotic meal with strange relatives quality of the game remains intact. Your favorite wrestling wayfarers are back in action. Check out Japanese study and randomness, Wally Tuscan and Sunshine. Wally Tuscan is kind of a ninja walrus. Nothing really out of the ordinary until you discover that his country of origin is Ireland. Ireland! Sunshine is made of sand. Looks like Yellow Legos is from Florida. Sure, why not? And most Groupie Ball has 2 bullet holes in him of differing caliber. And of course, that guy's so slick they gave him 3 names. Dik Dik Van Dik, containing the wild woodland fury of the tiny deer thing he's named after. Dick seems to have a way with getting beat. It's called Galactic Wrestling. This implies that they can achieve feats we can only imagine occur on other planets with less gravity and larger forms of steroid use. Your abused digitry will be put to the test as you constantly try and anticipate your opponent's next move, and then punch, block, and counter your way out of it. There's a variety of moves all wrestlers share that usually involve cracking limbs or chiropractic spine adjustment. Tossing opponents into ropes allows you to wallop them as they plummet towards you. The game gets more satisfying as you develop a unique character's in-ring special moves, like Kano's Corrupt Katana.
wrestling.
I like face dancing. The game's intensity builds to the greatest moment of Ultimate Muscle when your character jumps to their secret weapon move. Sit back and bask in your tiny dude's moment of glory. Battle Royales are, of course, on the menu, along with some other quality multiplayer options. One of the more random modes is the Mask Hunt, where you and a partner beat down the competition and then have the humiliating honor of removing the defeated's mask, though you don't really get to see what's behind it. Some of the controls, especially those containing ultimate moves, seem inconsistent, and come on, with characters like this, a story mode could have added a lot. We love the random weirdness of the included population and the acrobatic wackiness of it all. And so we give Galactic Wrestling with Ultimate Muscle a 3 out of 5.
You know, some people say wrestling has homoerotic undertones, but I don't believe it. Those guys are sitting on each other's faces because it's their job.